It's good to have you in, and welcome to Recognize Maine on RecognizeRap.com. New episode for you today, new month as well, May 1st. One step closer to summer. We'll see what kind of summer it actually is this year, with all the businesses shut down. But today, actually, barbershops, hair salons are starting to reopen, so we're headed in the right direction there. But yeah, quite the episode for you today. We got local music critic Danny joining the show later on for the weekly segment, Jammy with Danny, where she chooses one local song that came out recently and shares her thoughts on that track with you. Plus, we got Lewiston record label CEO Reese of Run It Entertainment. He'll be joining the show as well in a few minutes to share what's going on with his crew up there in Lewiston. But first, we welcome Freeport producer, Freeport beatmaker Chuck to the show here on Recognize Maine. So Chuck, thank you so much for joining the show, and how's it going today?
Good. Thank you for having me.
Oh yeah, absolutely. I want to start by asking you this. It's been about 2 years since you last came on the show here on Recognize Maine. So how would you say your sound has evolved since that time? What new techniques have you learned along the way?
Damn, I would just say that, I don't know, it's just practice, pretty much just doing it every day. You get better, and then you just learn, like little shortcuts and, little things you could do to, make it sound better. I don't know. I know I got better, but, I don't know how to, explain, how I got better.
No. I see what you're saying there. Now, tell me this. With the stay-at-home order that's going on recently, how has that affected you as a producer? Would you say you've been making more beats, or have you gotten more lazy, do you think?
No, I'm definitely going in. Because before I was at school, and I didn't really have that much time to, really focus on music. But now that, school's starting to end, and we're quarantining, I've been going nuts.
No, yeah, it's definitely good news right there. So, I recently saw on Instagram you made a post. You're looking to build a 50-50 relationship with an artist, where you split profits from a song 50-50. So tell me, why do you think a producer deserves to earn 50% of profits from a song? Why is that a fair amount?
That's just how it is. That's just what I do with everyone. Because we're both getting it. We're both bringing stuff to the table. You know what I'm saying? We couldn't coexist without each other. There's no artist without a producer. There's no producer without an artist. So it's only right to do, 50-50. Unless, say the artist probably, threw money in for, a music video or, maybe a feature, then I could understand, a rate cut. But, other than that, if it's just, dropping a song, all platforms, then, yeah, 50-50. I feel like that's fair because we're both bringing stuff to the table.
I like what you said about having the producer and artist coexist, because, I don't want to sit and listen to a beat with no rapper on it, but I definitely don't want to listen to a rapper, with no beat behind him. So I definitely see what you're saying there for sure.
Yeah, exactly.
Now, on your YouTube page, you upload a lot of type beats, G Herbo type beats, Lil Baby type beats. Beats that resemble the sound of that artist. So tell me, what do you think makes a Chuck type beat? Give me some adjectives that describe your sound.
Yeah, that's a tough question. I would say hard. That's one. If it sounds hard, then it's probably a Chuck beat. Damn, I don't know. I would say, the two ones you could tell is, I don't know. That's a hard question, Recognize. You got me stuck. If it's hard, then it's a Chuck beat.
Oh, I like that. If it's hard, it's a Chuck beat. Nice, short and sweet right there. So, you recently produced for Troy Ave, a major New York artist. So, first, congratulations on that. And tell me this, what was your immediate reaction? When you first heard him rap on your beat, there must have been, a reassuring feeling knowing that, I got a major artist on one of my beats. I must be on the right path.
Yeah, I was in high school at the time. I was a senior. I remember that day. My buddy P. Will, he's the one who set it up, and he got Troy on the song, and he sent me a video, and he's like, it said P. Will Prophet, the other rapper that's on the song, and Troy Ave. And he sent me a Snapchat of the song, and I looked at it, and I said, "What?" It said Troy Ave, and I was like, "What?" And I was like, I was mad hype. I was looking at my homework like, nah, like, and I don't know. I was just excited. At first, like, it seems like it's crazy, but when it actually like happens, like when you actually do it, it's like it's really not that crazy. Like, it's just Troy Ave, you know what I mean? He's a big artist, don't get me wrong, but like once you like get that accomplishment, like something like that, once you reach that, yeah, it's definitely reassuring. But at the end of the day, like I was definitely excited, but I felt like it was just Troy Ave, you know what I mean?
You know what that reminds me of is like how a millionaire says, you know, the first million is the hardest. You know, the first million is the most gratifying. You know, sort of like that working with a major artist like Troy Ave. You know, it's a big deal at the time, but then, you know, the more you think about it and the more artists you work with, you know, it becomes more normal and, you know, you start not to make such a big deal out of it anymore.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, you know, for sure. Well, Chuck, you know, thank you so much for, you know, joining the show here on Recognize Maine, and enjoy the rest of your day.
Thank you. You too.
Oh, yeah, for sure. And, you know, once again, thanks for stopping by the show. Check him out on YouTube. You know, check him out on Instagram, Chuck the Producer. He's definitely got a lot of good beats out there and works with a lot of local artists as well. You can find him on a bunch of tracks here in Maine. And now, before we welcome our next guest, Reese, the CEO of Run It Entertainment in Lewiston, let's play one of the tracks they put out recently. It's Saucin' by Myself by OJ. Love this one.
Came here by myself, yeah. I got the Glock on the shelf, yeah. Reese run it back, yeah. She got Chanel, Giuseppe, whatever.
Reese, Run It Entertainment, welcome to Recognize Maine here today. And, you know, how's it going?
Yeah, I'm doing well. Thank you for this opportunity to spread our music out here.
Oh, yeah, absolutely. You know, so let me start by asking you this. What's your vision for Run It Entertainment? You know, thinking long term, are there any goals that you hope to accomplish?
Well, long term, obviously, everyone wants to be successful and everything. But I honestly believe that we do have a solid chance, whether that's within 2 years, 5 years, 10 years, as long as we keep focusing on the vision and putting in the work time and the ethic towards it, we can definitely accomplish some billboards, some ownership, just independence, basically.
Right, yeah, you know, I like the way you're thinking. Now, looking at the roster of Run It Entertainment, you definitely got some talented artists on there. You know, you got Madman Margella, you got OJ, you got Duke Money, Whiteside. I believe there's 8 artists in total on there. So, you know, what sports team do you think Run It Entertainment most resembles? You know, you guys like a dynasty, or are you like a young and hungry team looking for your first championship?
Oh, we're definitely young and hungry. I mean, we still haven't released at least half of our list. Half of our artists are still unreleased, and we have so many hits that we're just waiting on. For now, I'd say, I don't know. Right now, we haven't even put the teams not all together yet. We're still building the team, but I'll definitely let you know. You'll recognize it when you see what we just become.
It's kind of like, you know, spring training in that sense, you know, a little preseason up there in Lewiston. Now, you guys recently traveled to the University of Southern Maine in Gorham, you know, for a performance there, which is quite the drive, by the way. That's about 45 minutes away from Lewiston. So, you know, how did the students there react to that performance? You know, did they give you guys a warm welcome?
Oh, definitely. We have a strong fan presence over there in USM that we are aware of already. So it was kind of like a rehearsal for some bigger performances, but we're definitely got the love that we thought would come along with it, with the music.
Now, speaking of USM, you know, you and Duke Money also recently traveled to WMPG, you know, the student radio station there, to do a little interview as well as promote his music. So tell me, why do you think college radio is a good resource to help, you know, get your music out there?
Oh, I think college radio is very important because college is the perfect place to find fans. Those fans that go to college, they go home to their states, New York, California, Florida, all these places, and it's basically just a highway just to send your music out there. So it's important to reach those crowds because you can find so many people there too.
And another thing I want to mention about that is that, college radio DJs are always thrilled to take requests, so that's definitely something more local artists should take advantage of is, send your music to college radio DJs for them to promote, your music on their show. They'll be thrilled to do that. Now, the last question I got for you is, I see you record artists as well as, offer mastering services. So, what's your favorite part of that process, working with artists behind the scenes?
Honestly, everyone's different. I mean, there's a lot of talk that, music nowadays sounds the same, but the way everyone brings in their own style or story or just different genre of music, it's always different and unique to that person. And it's like getting to know a part of that person when you hear the music.
Right, yeah, that's interesting. Not a lot of people see that process, behind closed doors, behind the scenes there. So, that's pretty cool that you get to do that for sure. And, Reese, thank you so much for taking the time and joining the show here on Recognize Maine.
Oh, yeah, thank you again for this opportunity. And like I said, this summer coming up, 2020, Run It Entertainment has a lot planned, even this next week coming.
Run It Entertainment, check them out on SoundCloud. Definitely a lot of heaters on there. And shout out to Reese again for joining the show here today. And now it's time for the weekly segment, Jammy, with Danny, a local music critic. Danny choosing one local song that came out recently and sharing her thoughts on that track. So Danny, what are we getting into today?
Hey Matt, so this week's song is going to be Cinti by Johnny Rich and Skinny. Let's check it out.
Deja eso y abracémonos, siente el ron en tu pecho y llamémonos que no estoy satisfecho. Bailemos con el tempo y con el tempo enrolemos, fumemos.
Yo. No sé si tengo que hacer esta reacción en español o inglés, but either way, even though you guys don't understand it, we all can tell that this song is a vibe. Matt, this is a gem and a half. Might just be the next Latin song of the summer. Back to you.
A jam and a half. I like the way you put that. I'll have to translate the rest of what you said, but I think that song is spicy hot. This is a very short list of Latin artists doing their thing here in Maine. So, definitely big shout out to Johnny Rich. He's actually out of South Portland, South Portland High School. So, salute to him. And if you got a track you want us to, check out next week's episode, definitely let us know in the comments section below. And until then, enjoy the weekend, stay safe, and thank you so much for tuning in to Recognize Maine.